Hello, and welcome back to Tea Time with Annika, minus the tea. So for those of you who don't know, feminist approaches are probably my favorite part of communications. It tends to be my favorite rhetorical approach, my favorite critical approach. I often pick it for papers. It's my favorite. So in discussing feminist approach to organizational communication, I find it super fascinating to kind of read about the way that things are gendered and the way, that women are, well, maybe you don't know, that women are still not completely equal to men and why. Like, I've always thought that women, that organizations can have both traditionally feminine and traditionally masculine traits. And it is true that organizations tend to be extremely competitive, especially today when it's a little more individual. It's not so much about the loyalty. And a lot of organizations, it's about moving up, which is interesting to examine it through what I am used to, which I feel like, at least in my branch of the company, they try to emphasize both. And by both, I mean that my head manager, who is a female and has worked extremely hard to get where she is among mostly men, she emphasizes, well, there is that sort of competition, but she emphasizes that it's an open opportunity for anyone who expresses interest to move up. Now, there are going to be characteristics that are better and whatever, but it's not just the masculine characteristics. It's also going to be the traditionally feminine that are going to be being traditionally softer, more vulnerable, empathetic. Because if you present yourself like that to employees and treat people like they're humans and not machines, you end up handling the organization a little better. And it doesn't mean you need to get rid of the masculine ones. It's more you kind of use both of them. And that's sort of what I've always thought was the case. So I found it interesting to sort of read the article for today because it looks at juxtapositions between these two when I feel like you can incorporate both, and I feel like this is a good start for looking at that. So